Hello everyone, welcome to Anime Amigos.
Hello.
In case this is your first time here, I'm Calvin Atkinson. They call me the Pokemon Punk.
I'm Reese Black, the Gundam Guru.
I'm Rennick Bromley, the JoJo Genius.
I'm Mayor Chapman, the Vanguard Vagrant. I do normally do, for those of you who who this is the first time, normally at the beginning I do a joke. But figure considering the subject of the day and what's happened recently, it's better not to.
No, it's been a sad week for us.
Yeah, pretty much for the anime community in
As a
general.
whole, you want to donate to help kill Annie, there's a link to the GoFundMe account. We've already donated.
And for those of you who aren't aware, there was an arsenal attack on Kyoto Animation,
which we all, I think people are fairly convinced about that one.
Yeah, it's like Kyoto Animation is easily one of the biggest anime studios, as well as one of the most famous and most respected within the anime industry.
It would be a real shame for this to be the way they go out from the industry. It's amazing to think that is the worst mass murder in Japan since the Second World War.
Yeah.
I mean, it's also quite a good thing. I mean, not having many mass murders is quite good.
Yeah, no, I think, and considering that there's a lot larger ones in America on a regular scale.
Yeah, it kind of speaks to the.
It's but that's not going to that one.
Yeah, apparently the arsonist did it because apparently they stole his novel.
As I say, I don't want to speculate too much into this. We're not going to know.
Yeah, I'm just saying what I've read on the news.
The thing is, we're not going to know. The reality is, we're not really going to know the full scale of things until about a year into this. So I think we need to, maybe next July we'll do this incident 1 year on.
Yeah. I mean, I kind of don't want to give too much credit. Not credit, but apply too much cognitive energy toward thinking about that person.
I agree.
It's pretty horrible.
Definitely.
But I'd be perfectly happy
the only person I know, I want to stress though, if you read the subject matter description, we did not pick this category. And if you watched our last vlog, you'll know this. We did not pick this in response to the events. This wasn't meant to be our KyoAni tribute. It was meant to be.
Yeah,
we had this planned.
We had this planned a while, and I picked it for this month because Weathering with You, which is Makoto Shinkai's new film, came out this weekend in Japan.
Yeah.
So it made sense now was a good time to talk about Your Name.
Yeah.
So to go to a more happier thing, we haven't done an anime showdown for ages. We've been meaning to get round to it. We're now doing 2 in a row.
I think it's just because last year we had so much to talk about.
Yes,
right?
absolutely.
Yeah. We picked the next the next month we picked 2 films that we know very well because we really want to get into the summer season. We really want to dig deep into it. I think we need to, but I feel like for this month we decided we do Your Name and A Silent Voice because I've never been able to separate these 2 films.
Yeah, I think these are both near perfection when it comes to anime films.
Yeah, and they have kind of become the cultural touchstones of this is how we're going to judge all anime films now. It's like back in the 90s it was Akira and Ghost in the Shell. In 2016 it became Your Name and A Silent Voice.
Yeah, both of these, I'll happily say, are in my top 10 films of all time and my top 3 anime films of all time. I'm sorry, but for me, it's very difficult to overtake Wolf Children.
Completely understandably.
Do you know, I have a bit. The thing is, we're going to obviously say anything negative we say about these films. I think I'm going to correct me if I'm wrong. Anything negative we say about these films today is purely going to be nitpicks.
Yeah. And also won't be a reflection on the companies who made it.
No, obviously not. And we've agreed we're not going to be biased. If we think Your Name's the right winner, we're going to pick it.
Yeah.
I think I think the thing I'll say is with Your Name, it's a really great film. Silent Voice is a really great film. Like you've got almost the perfect writing, the perfect casting. I will say the one thing we're not judging on is the dubs, and I have seen both of these in dub now.
I only watched Silent Voice in. No, in fact, no, I've only seen them both in dub. Sorry, I haven't seen them in sub.
I've only seen them in sub. I was considering watching them both in dub for this video, but I feel like it would be better to watch them in sub.
When we saw Your Name at the cinema, was that?
That was in sub.
Oh no, sorry, no. So I've seen Your Name in sub and I've seen Silent Voice in dub.
It's interesting. The one major difference with the dubs is in the dubbed version of a silent voice, Shoko is played by an actual deaf actress.
Oh wow.
Sorry, in dub you mean?
In dub, yeah.
Yeah.
In the sub version, she's played by a pop idol.
Mm-hmm.
But I would say it's it's not noticeable. She does an excellent performance.
She does a brilliant job with it.
Absolutely.
But here's the thing about I've never been able to pick a winner from these two. So, and in fact, by the end of today, I'm not going to probably have a winner. It's just going to be, when people say refer to this vlog, it's going to be the group opinion. I'm going to offset any judgment I have to make. So you three now bear the brunt of it.
Yeah.
Can we
It's a
please
lot
swap
of
it to these two
responsibility.
because I really don't know which of the two I prefer.
Yeah, the
I will shoulder the responsibility if you want me to.
no, it's all right.
No,
It's all right.
I'm as
Can
lost.
I
I'd
just
rather
say,
defer to someone who's more
when
opinionated.
a couple of days before we did this vlog, Elliot had been off Twitter quite a while, and the first thing he says when he comes back was just one message just saying, "Fuck you, Calvin, for making me choose between these two."
Yeah, because good God, it's so difficult.
Yeah.
Both these films are near perfect in my eyes.
I actually have a bit of how did you guys first see these films? Was it on Blu-ray? Did you go to the cinema to see either of them?
I bought Your Name because I was getting it for a friend for like Christmas, I think. Then I thought, you know what, I'll buy myself a copy as well. And I watched it like that. As for Silent Voice, I only first watched it recently, I'll be honest, on Netflix.
Well, I wasn't able to see them at my local cinema, so I had to go online at the time. But I'm going to buy both of them.
Yeah, you're gonna.
I saw Your Name at the cinema.
Yeah, you
with
came
Cal,
to see it when it got re-released in IMAX.
which was fun, which was a phenomenal viewing experience. And then I watched the Netflix. So I watched Silent Voice on Netflix with my family.
No, you didn't. I gave you the Blu-ray for that.
No, we ended up watching it on Netflix.
Really? No,
Yes.
okay. I didn't. I it's weird because I've watched both these films twice. Now I've seen clips of them in the dubs. I actually went to the first public screening of Your Name in the UK. I was working the London Film Festival at the time, and it was one of the films played. And I was at a Q&A with Makoto Shinkai for it. Didn't get my question out, unfortunately, but it was an excellent screen because. And then I saw it again in IMAX. Silent Voice, I went to see it in the cinema the first week it came out, loved it. And then I saw it again with a friend who actually read the manga. I hadn't read the manga at the time. That's the other big difference between these films. Silent Voice is based on a 7-volume manga. I know we've got the Your Name manga there, but the manga is an adaptation of the film, whereas Silent Voice is an adaptation of its manga. So that's the difference. Do you know what's amazing? We got a cinema in Chester, which is mine and Ren's hometown, and it's always really rubbish for getting the films out on release. Your Name is the only film that's come out at the same time as everywhere else
Really?
in that cinema. And it's really annoying because I mean, I'm glad it was that film that was the one who did it, but that's the reason I have to go to Liverpool every bloody week. But here's the fact. Okay, we've separated these into 5 categories. Each one of us gets a casting vote if it's a 2-on-1 tie each time, and we're going to do that in order of age, with the last one being at random. Right. So. Well, it was going to be at random, but I couldn't find any dice in here, so it's going to be a game of rock, scissors, paper. So
We can use the dice rolling up on one of our phones.
Yeah.
So
There's some D&D resources, hang on.
We could do coin flip.
I have
so
no money on me.
so Elliot's going to go first, then Ren,
Cool.
then Reese, then me.
Because Calvin's old.
We just like
I don't remind me. I'm getting old.
I'd just like to know once again, we love both of these films really much. So just if something wins doesn't mean that the other is bad. Both are still fucking brilliant.
We had to
Yes.
nitpick these ones, so we're going to start with the soundtracks. What do you think? These two films have excellent soundtracks, and we're judging these by the insert songs and the scores. It's kind of weird because I'm kind of someone who thinks the insert songs in A Silent Voice aren't very good, but the score is really good. Whereas with Your Name, I think the score's very good.
Yeah.
And the insert songs are actually better.
Yeah, I completely agree with that.
I don't think there were really that many insert songs in Silent Voice.
There's the Who's My Generation.
Yeah, which is very weird, by the way. Having an anime start off with Who's My Generation.
I really liked that. I know. I heard Cal's.
When
when we were on the car on the way here, I mentioned that I found that a bit jarring.
Yeah.
And when I first heard that bit, I was just like, the entire time, I was just like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Just before we go further into this, have any of you three? I know Ren hasn't. Have either of you two read the manga of A Silent Voice?
No.
Right. So I'm the
No.
only one who's aware of adaptational changes.
Yes.
By the way, also further warning. I know we normally don't do spoilers, but in this review, spoilers ho. We are
Yes.
spoiling.
Yes.
If you haven't seen these films, seriously, go watch them.
Yeah, like this is a resounding endorsement. Go
Even
and
if
watch
you're-
both of these
even
movies,
if
because
you're-
they're both incredible.
Even if you're not an anime fan, go watch them. These
Yes.
two are bloody amazing. Also, if you are watching an anime fan, if you're not an anime fan, hi, welcome to our world.
Yeah.
Joe's amazing. Mark Commode, actually, he does 10 best films of the year. And he's a very hard critic to please. He put Your Name at number 9 on 2016.
Wow.
films.
Really?
And he's the top BBC critic. So to him to give that much endorsement towards it was just very happy. And then,
I mean-
the lights are failing.
Yeah,
Um,
no, it's gonna
I
be
mean,
flipping.
it was.
We also want to point out, if you complain about the background noise because we got the windows open, we are in a heat wave right now, so you can go sod off.
It is
Seriously, it's
disgustingly
hot.
weird.
Seriously, it's hotter than Ren's arsehole in there.
And that's pretty damn hot. It's also pretty damn tight.
And bleached.
Well, I mean, nowadays it's open. I mean,
Yeah,
it
it's
used to
very,
be
it's
tight.
very much filled with Ichigo Kurosaki.
Before I joined the Anime Amigos, I was tight as a button, but now it's like a wizard's sleeve. That's the noise it makes.
And we're back to normal. So, soundtrack. We finally get to the soundtrack. So, what do you guys think of the individual? Is there anything you can think nitpicky-wise about the soundtracks of each of these?
Well, just that A Silent Voice didn't have that many standout ones.
Yeah. When I think of like a scores you find in an anime movie, you expect it to be like really memorable and really grand.
Yeah.
With A Silent Voice, it feels like the soundtrack you find in any other anime, which isn't bad. It's just sort of.
It is a pretty good score. I mean, the main theme that's done the piano piece
Yes.
is really great.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you know what's amazing? You know, have you been in Liverpool recently, Ray?
Yeah.
You know they've got those pianos everywhere.
Yeah.
They got there for members of the public to have a go of it.
Yeah.
I went past the one by the cinema, and there was an Asian guy, not sure what nationality his family was from, and he was actually playing the Silent Voice theme on the
that's
piano.
so
Oh,
cool.
wow.
And I thought no one. I
Did
think
you
I.
go and say? Did you go
No, I
and say
didn't. I had to
something?
go and see my film, but
Oh, what does that sound like?
at the time, it was just kind of like I am the only person who's going to get this.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I were there, I would have just gone over and given him a high five.
But
One of them, the two Xanacon theme.
there's a really good piece of music during the funeral for Shoko's grandmother. That's a really good piece of music, and they actually made the smart choice to do what the manga did and keep that moment almost silent.
Yeah.
In the manga, there's no dialogue in that scene. But then it's competing with Your Name, which again it's got those 4 or 5 fantastic songs by the Radwimps, who I'm so glad are coming back for Weathering with You.
Like the thing is, because I watched, I haven't rewatched Your Name since I saw it. But when I was talking to you this morning about the soundtrack in the car, Carl, I was thinking like my whole experience of the Silent Voice was not jaded, but like I think was shaped by the fact that the first song is that talking about my generation.
It actually, yeah, and also if you look at the
Ichigo
beginning,
fans are coming for us.
if you think about the beginning of The Silent Voice, it actually makes sense to have that song.
I completely agree.
If the light goes, do you reckon it's going to be like that film Lights Out and we're all going to get killed on camera?
It's only one light, and we've got 3 more in the room, so we might be okay. Just promise not to stand under there, and I think we'll be alright. But I do think that I like thinking back when you kind of brought me back to the soundtrack of Your Name. All of the songs in that are great, and the background soundtrack to it is fantastic as well.
Well,
It's
we're
very
going
hard to
to
follow.
we're going to go left to right, except for the casting votes. So in this case, it's Elliot. So Ren, your vote is
I'm going to vote for Your Name.
you vote for Your Name. I'm going to vote for Your Name. I think the soundtrack's a bit better than Your Name.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Your Name. It's more memorable.
What would your vote have been, Elliot, if you were getting one here?
Your Name.
So we all would agree on that one.
Yeah.
So can I just say, because I would like to bring up, because you mentioned that it felt out of place to have My Generation as the first song. Can you expand a bit on that?
I feel like it's kind of trying to do that nostalgia. I get the why. It's kind of trying to do that nostalgia bane thing for your childhood. Like it's kind of similar to what Stranger Things and Stephen King's It does.
Yeah.
But it
do
doesn't-
feel like-
I don't think it quite works as well. It's just kind of a case of also the visuals don't quite match what's going on.
I think it works pretty well, honestly.
Yeah. I feel like though, I mean, it was trying to condense those early chapters of the manga where you're going into Shoya's sort of mindset that he's trying to. The one thing he's most afraid of is getting bored.
Yeah.
Which I don't think I think the movie does a pretty decent job of it, but the manga goes into a bit more detail about the fact that's the thing he's most worried about.
I will say though, it's not the most out of place Western song in a Japanese production.
You know,
That still goes to Godzilla Final War with Sum 41.
yes.
What?
Yes.
Wow.
Well, have you never seen Final Wars?
No?
No,
Oh.
Final Wars. Just for the record.
We are all to blame.
No way.
Yes.
Is it?
Oh,
That
good
plays when
God.
Godzilla kills Zilla from the 1998 Matthew Broderick Godzilla film.
And do you know how he kills him? He throws him into the Sydney Opera House and then atomic breaths him slowly
That's
traveling.
so
Yeah.
cool.
It's literally a curb stomp.
That's
That would be
amazing.
like having a very climactic King Kong battle. We were on the background having all the small things. And there goes our
Hello
monetization.
there, the angel from my nightmare.
Do you know what? You guys are actually giving.
Where are you? And I'm so sorry.
You guys are just giving ideas to the director for King Kong versus
tantamount-
Godzilla.
It's tantamount to having like, you know, when Frieza's destroyed by Goku the first time. It's much just like, what you say.
That you will leave it.
Yeah.
Just to give you context, Godzilla Final Wars is like the Infinity War of
Yeah.
Godzilla films.
I love it so
Is
much.
it
all the-
animated?
No,
No.
it's live action, but it's all the monsters are there.
Yeah, it's really good.
And where can you find it? Is
It's
it
on
possible?
DVD.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's on
But
DVD.
I've been really meaning to watch all of
so
them.
going back to the topic at hand,
Yeah.
your name won this hands down.
Yeah.
Well, all of us, but I think this is the easiest it's gonna get, which is under
Yeah.
reasons I wanted to give it to Elliot, so he's
Yeah.
not mad at me. But the soundtrack. That's not to say the soundtrack of Fire and Voice it's good. It can stand up to a lot of the Ghibli
Yeah,
films.
absolutely.
Yeah.
But I don't feel like it's quite as good. And the only thing, and one of the things I thought when I was coming on the way here is, the only things I remember are the funeral scene and the main theme.
Yes, yeah.
And but those songs really suit
The main
those.
theme was pretty great.
Like
Yeah.
I can't. I was actually reading that ending from the film in the manga, and the song just naturally went in my head. Incidentally, I will say the manga's ending. I'm going to probably talk about this in the story, but the manga's ending actually goes on longer than the anime.
I'll talk about that a bit later.
Is that something that I'll be honest. I probably wouldn't have teared up quite as much with the ending of A Silent Voice though if that music wasn't there.
That
Yeah,
really,
yeah.
it really does hit home just how.
Yeah.
I cried like a wimp. I'm not gonna lie. Both of these films had me.
Let's see. Let's
Yeah.
see.
I mean, bearing in mind, I cried at the Iron Giant last time I watched it as well.
That's
so
a-
this isn't
It's
much.
okay. I cried at the ending. I cried at the ending of Coco.
Yeah, well, I cry every time Vin Diesel's on screen. So.
Hey.
Sweet with joy.
How does he have a career?
Well, of course, Vin Diesel's great.
I cried at the ending of the Room.
I cried at the ending of Chronicles of Riddick.
I'm trying to think of I'm trying to think of some really great Vin Diesel films. The only thing I got in my head
Pitch
is
Black.
Yeah, Pitch
Black's
Black.
Great.
Triple X.
Iron Giant.
Yeah, Triple X.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh, he's Groot. Yeah, fair play.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on.
Last Witch Hunter.
No.
No. Let's talk animation. And these two are
Yes.
amazing production. You got
Absolutely.
Comics Wave really showing what they've got, and you've got KyoAni at some of their best and some of their best animated.
Yeah.
Like animation wise, the one of the things I'll say about animation wise, it looks, and it looks very similar to a lot of other KyoAni shows. I would say.
Yeah.
Like I was, in fact, one of the I can't remember what her name is. It's the black-haired girl.
Well, that describes half the cast.
Yeah. Which one?
It's the one. No,
Ueno?
from Silent Voice. Ueno, that's it.
Yeah, Ueno.
Ueno. She looks a lot like Rika from Sound Euphonium.
Yeah.
Like she came on screen. I was like, okay, have they seriously just ripped that design? And then I looked at the manga and went, oh no, she looked like that always.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she also reminds me of what's her name from SSS Gridman.
Oh yes,
Yeah,
she
yes.
does. Look like,
Reika, right?
That's it.
she
right
does
now.
look like Reika from Gridman. She it's a. That being said, she probably is one of the ones that stands out most in the cast. The cast design. Although no, hang on. the guy who looks like Ida from not Ida,
Mineta
from
My Hero.
Yeah,
My Hero.
yeah.
He should, yeah, I should put that in my notes. He's literally just green-haired version.
Yeah, I'll be honest. A big part of animation for me is character design, and I think the Silent Voice has a slight bit more unique character
They're
design.
more
More distinct.
In distinct, that's the word I was going for. They're more distinctive in Silent Voice. Whereas
Yeah, a Silent Voice. With some of the character designs, I feel like I could probably see someone like this in a lot of other anime.
do you mean Your Name?
Yeah, Your Name. Sorry.
Yeah,
Meanwhile, in a Silent Voice, a lot of the looks of them it feels a bit more unique.
Like
Like you'd be able to pick them in a lineup easier.
Yeah, I'd like if you put the Your Name cast, I'm not sure I'd spot them as quickly as I say. If you put the Your Name cast, if you put the Silent Voice cast, I would go, oh yeah, that's Sho, yeah, that's Shoko. Like Shoya, I don't know that many. I know a few that look like Shoko. I don't know that many that look like Shoya.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree.
I don't know, and of course, again, I always wanted to know what Mineta would look like when he grew up.
Yes. And slightly less perverted.
And it's annoying because he's one of the best characters in the film.
He is.
Yeah, no, he's fantastic.
Seriously.
He's the best friend we all deserve.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And
also the one we need.
Yeah.
it's
You
also
got a
he's
friend
the
in me.
true waifu. He's the best waifu.
I think the best.
Hands off his mind.
Sure, you should have just been gay. And
The funniest moment in either of these films is when he finds out about Shoko's sister.
Yes.
And he just says, like, he's got his arm round her.
And he just
Then he realises
disappears.
the girl is
Yeah,
like 10
yeah.
miles
Yeah,
behind.
just like
I love it when he's doing.
I knew that all along.
I love it when he's doing the Al Pacino impression. Is it Al
Yeah.
Pacino?
Yeah, and he's got he's got the penciled on mustache.
And the chips in his hand.
But we'll get to sidecast in a bit.
Yes.
We'll get to side cast in a bit, but Ren, you got the casting bit. This one's asked. And
So best
oh
animation-
no,
well,
I don't want to pick this one. It's so
For
hard.
best animation,
I feel like we need to talk a bit about Your Name's animation because we've gone on a bit about
Yeah,
Silent
yeah.
Voice.
While Your Name's animation doesn't have quite as distinct character designs,
Yeah.
the animation is so beautiful.
Oh, it's amazing.
Actually, I want to check on something with this one. Reese, have you got good mobile data at the minute?
Oh yeah.
Could you look up what the budget was for both of these films?
Oh yeah, that'd be quite interesting.
Because I want to know how much they did on their individual budgets.
For Kyoto Animation, we already knew we were going to get a monstrously good animation.
Well, they
standard.
did actually take a few people off the projects that were currently being worked on. Like Sound Euphonium got a little less of the budget for it. I can't remember what else KyoAni were in 2016. They didn't bring out Maid Dragon. That was
2017.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I think for Your Name, Your Name had some of those amazing visuals. Just
Like
with shooting stars
the
and-
night
yeah.
sky looks so
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, that look of when the comet was just
Yeah.
falling.
They also,
yes.
they also do a very good job of making Tokyo look very distinct from
Yeah.
the fictional.
Yeah.
It turns out it is a fictional village.
And
so-
also,
Right, okay, yeah.
like that watercolor bit when Taki's looking into Mizuo's past.
Yeah.
That is,
And Izumiya did spend way too much money on that spit rice scene.
Yeah,
Wait, start getting a fever dream.
Yes, yeah.
So what was the budget for?
I
Silent
literally can't find it.
There it is.
Oh yeah, budget.
370 million yen estimated. So
I don't know what that is in pounds.
I've got a
You basically take off 2 zeros, don't you?
Oh, okay. In which case it's
a
3.7 million.
yeah, about that.
that's
Okay.
that's quite a small budget compared to a lot of Hollywood films and a
Yeah,
lot
to
of
be fair.
especially compared to like Pixar. Like I think it was like 10 million was spent on Toy Story. No, hang on, there it is.
But then you have
No, that's sales.
That's sales. I'll be interested to see which one took. I think Your Name did take more in the box office. I know that
Yeah.
one for a fact.
Yeah.
So going back to something about
The animation, but
one of the amazing, in fact, a couple of the amazing points in Silent Voices animation, I think, were the animated scenes in the water, which just looked phenomenal, like surreal,
Oh yeah.
and the night sky during the fireworks.
Yes.
Plus all of the the falling.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness me, the whole thing is just a pure spectacle.
So,
Yeah.
And I was watching this with my family.
Oh, here it is.
It's
who
just
are
got box
not
office.
anime
Oh, yeah.
watchers whatsoever.
So it's weird. We can't actually find how much budget was spent on
Silent Voice.
Silent Voice. We can.
We can find the opening weekend for the box office, but not how much it cost.
I was watching this with two people who have never watched anime before in their entire life. My brother came in at some point as well. And
Did he now?
And they said they have never seen something with as good animation as the night sky during the fireworks during Silent Voice and the underwater scenes because they just thought it was absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah, but that being said,
But
it does make you.
from two laymen.
I will say a couple of points to that one. One, it's a shame neither of these films got nominated for Best Animated Feature at the Oscars.
Yeah.
And that being said, I'm quite glad this year Mirai got the nomination.
Yeah.
But I got a feeling that although we can't prove it, I've got a feeling that I think Silent Voice had less of a budget than Your Name, and
I think that's a fair estimate.
But it's kind of a case of your mum, when I spoke to her about it, did say she thought the animation was a bit stilted in points.
No, but I think that was because she's not accustomed to watching anime as a whole. I did have the conversation with her when I was there, and that was more because she was saying that.
And I was saying I don't see it.
Her point was that the characters aren't expressive, and I was saying, well, are we watching the same thing?
No, the characters are incredibly expressive.
I think it's just because maybe she's used to Disney animation, and there's different proportions in the characters. There's there's presumably with the eyes and things like that.
Yeah, but I will say though, against Your Name, when it was when you look into the background and see the other characters, they're really simply designed, 2 dots and a smiley face.
Yes,
there's not as much of that in Silent Voice.
Yeah, but that's mostly because most of the background characters have giant X's on their faces.
Yes.
So they could get away with it.
That's a very good point.
So that's actually, in a sense, that was kind of I'm glad that was in the manga. The anime, as I said, thank God it was in the manga.
And considering, I think using that as part of the animation, having those crosses peel off and everything like that, as a testament to the animation, I just think was a phenomenal choice.
It is probably, in terms of production value, Kyoto Animation's best work.
Yeah.
But
I would say that Violet Evergarden didn't exist.
Yes, comparing it to Violet Evergarden,
Yeah, Violet was pretty much a work of art in some of those episodes.
Yeah, it's one of the most beautiful animes I've ever seen.
Completely. Yeah. So
I think it's time to vote. I'm going first, unfortunately. I think I'm going to vote for Your Name. I think Your Name had I think Silent Voice is a little more consistent, but Your Name, when it pops a little bit more.
Yeah, because Your Name did more in the animation department.
Yeah.
So what's your vote? Your vote, Your Name?
Your Name.
Your vote's Your Name.
I'm voting for Your Name. As great as the animation in Silent Voice is, and as great as and as unique as the character designs are, as Calvin said, this it really stands out. The scenery or the backgrounds, it's all brilliant. I'm gonna go for Your Name.
I think I probably would also go for Your Name, to be honest with you. As much of a defender as I am for just having Voice there. Yeah.
Okay. This is the one that's Reese's casting vote. It's side cast, so this is all but the main male and female.
Yeah.
There's a lot of really good side characters in Silent Voice. In fact, Silent Voice is almost half made by its side cast. You've got Shoko's friends from school. You've got
Shoko's sister.
The family in general.
Absolutely.
The
two mothers.
The two mothers are excellent. It's a shame we don't get more of Shoya's sister, which who it doesn't really appear much in the manga either. She only really appears at the beginning and the end.
Well, we see. I think all we see in the movie of Shoya's sister is maybe a bit of her hair as she leaves the house.
Because her face is covered by somebody else.
Yeah.
That's right.
It's funny because we see more of her husband than we do of her.
Exactly. And even that's only.
That's true in the manga as well. You do see a lot more. Because I've had to explain to a few people who watch it. It's like, oh no, that's not his sister. That's his niece.
Yeah.
I will say.
So one of the funniest moments is when Shoko's sister just goes, "You have a daughter? She's my niece."
Yeah.
I think one of my favourite moments in that film is where his mother tries to burn the money.
Yeah, and she accidentally does it anyway.
Yeah. But it's interesting. We're talking about the side cast of this one. You've got all those great characters. Some of the great character moments are when they go to the fair park or they're shooting the film, which really actually remind me a lot of. Which I got reminded a lot of it when actually it's the other way around. I got reminded a lot of it when I went to see Waiting in Summer, which has a very similar kind of structure in terms of the way that the film is a backdrop for what's going on. Incidentally, the manga actually shows them showing it to a film festival, and they get panned by the critics,
That's quite cool.
which didn't make it into the movie.
Right.
But the thing is, though, for me.
Should Should we talk about your names?
Your Name sidecast. There's not as many side characters in this one. You've got,
And they're not as
4 or 5.
important.
They're not as important.
No.
Yeah, no. Like take for example, his friends that follow him up to the mountains.
Yeah.
Like they're gone virtually after that
Yeah.
scene.
Yeah.
It's all, they do
Yeah,
serve.
I didn't even think about that. Yeah, that's a good point.
They don't serve as much of a purpose after that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's also only really.
I think it's mostly
the family members really.
Yeah, and Mizuho's.
Mizuho's father is kind of plays a bit of a
Yeah.
role.
Her grandma as well.
And of course her sister is really funny to catch.
The fondling.
The fond.
Yeah.
Like, to be fair though, if you that is one of those. I was thinking at the time, should I bash this? No, if I was in that position, I'd do the exact same goddamn thing.
Yeah, it's easily one of the funniest moments is when he's about to do it and just goes, "I shouldn't for her sake." Then opens the door, you do it anyway.
And again, and even then, when it's like the really serious moment when he realizes he has actually successfully gone back,
He's still doing it.
Yeah.
Mizuho's friends, Tetsuya and the other one as well.
Mizuho's friends definitely. But in fact, they even got their own. The guy even got his own side story manga.
Oh, really?
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's kind of like the story from his perspective.
I did like those characters. I thought they
Yeah.
stuck.
But as a result, it's kind of at the expense of the other side of the side cast, like his side. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I remember his cafe manager and his friend who also.
and also the girl he goes on the date with.
Yes,
again,
yeah.
again.
That was her, wasn't it?
Yeah, no, she's not the manager.
No,
Yeah, she
okay.
just works at the restaurant
Sorry,
that he
right,
does.
Yeah, she's like the head waitress.
That's what I mean. Sorry.
I love the fact that the Mizuho essentially gets him a date.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly. Yeah.
Yes, by using her feminine charms, she somehow gets him a date. Her a date.
Does that make her a lesbian if they?
I don't. Look, there's already enough questions about the whole gender swapping in.
Yeah,
freaky
yeah,
family.
like,
We're not freaky
like-
family.
is the body technically trans?
Oh,
Oh.
that's a real question.
Look, that's enough.
That's not a question for us to answer.
That's
For
not-
cisgender males.
That is definitely not. You borrowed that from Bill Nye.
No, I mean it's true.
It is true though. That is definitely not a question for us to
Yeah.
answer.
Yeah.
Here's the thing though as well. It's do the sidecast take away from the main? I think that's one of the biggest problems with sidecast. They have to add to the main characters,
Yeah.
not subtract from them. Some of the worst things I've seen where sidecast actually subtract, like Final Fantasy X, for example. I mean, we're talking games in that sense, but I feel like the main cast in that one, the side cast in that one develops in such a way that it takes away from Tidus, who was arguably the main
Yeah.
character.
If we're going to go for like animation, then well, that's Cinderella.
Or
Yeah, exactly.
Or Kono Oto Tomare, which is
Yeah, again, the main
character is the head of the what's it called?
the
Koto Club.
club.
But it's actually about his friend
Yeah.
basically.
Well, here we go. What about One Punch Man season 2?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah, good point actually.
the side characters are very well developed, but as a result, they take away from
From
Saitama.
first half of Gurren Lagann.
No.
No.
Do you not reckon that?
No.
God,
No.
No, that's
No, I would say up until about episode 8.
No.
No,
The sidecast add to the main character.
No, I know we're not. By the way, we are not. By the way, we're stopping on this slide because as much as I'm willing to spoil your name and Side Boss, I'm not.
No, I'm
going
not
to spoil
spoiling
Gurren
Gurren
Lagann
Lagann.
for the fight. Because
Darling in the Franks, I guess.
no, there's a lot of reviewers did say that, but that was
Yeah.
kind of that's not the point. The point is, do either of these films do that?
I don't think so.
No.
No,
honestly.
I don't
No,
think either of them do. I think
no.
both of the side. I think the side cast. Okay, I've actually got my vote in on that basis, but we'll
Yeah.
keep going on this one. But
Yeah, I will say the silent voice sidecast add to the main story more
Very much.
then
than your names.
But at the
sidecast.
same time, that's more to do with character arcs. Like they didn't need that for the character arcs of the main characters in Your Name. They did need it for a silent voice because silent
Yeah.
voices are essentially Shoya and Shoko's story of coming in.
It fits a lot more because of the idea of mental health problems and depression that that surround the two main characters of a silent voice. It makes sense for the characters around them to have all of the facets that they don't possess and need to learn. I think.
Yeah.
Whereas Your Name is kind of a
It is more about the protagonist.
The
which is
protagonist,
why,
yeah.
which is why it's okay to have a more
Yeah.
a less involved sidecast.
I think it does. It still does also make sense just to have sidecast in there. It just
Yeah.
also shows like they just have regular lives. It just so happens that their
Yeah.
bodies
Yeah,
still aren't
absolutely,
swapping.
yeah.
and when we get to it also adds into that twist that comes sort of halfway through the film.
Yes.
Which again,
Which we will not spoil.
well,
No.
for now, we're not going to spoil it. But I will say, I did not see the twist coming.
Yeah,
No.
me neither.
I didn't.
Me neither. I remember first time I watched it, I was just like, oh my god, what the fuck?
And I thought,
Yeah.
but then, unlike a lot of films where they had a plot twist like that, I thought, no, actually that makes a lot of sense. And if you go back and watch it, you can actually see the clues.
Yeah, you can actually.
But here, okay, I think it's time to vote. So Ren, Reese has a casting vote if necessary. Ren, you going first?
Silent voice.
Going silent voice? I'm going silent voice.
Easy, silent voice.
Yep, silent voice.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, it's the point that Reese made. It's silent voice's cast that has the side cast is a little more important, and they add a little more to the story. Whereas
Yeah, not to mention they're a bit more developed. as well.
whereas your name, they feel like they're just there to be the side cast. Which again, I've said a lot of shows really get it wrong when they try to have too many main characters.
Yeah.
Which if they had, I think if they had developed them more in your name, it would have had too many main
And
characters.
they're not the focus of the story. They don't need to be. Whereas it makes.
But that being said, even with that judgment, I'd still vote silent voice.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
So it's 2-1 at the minute. Your name's got 2 points and Silent Voice got 1. So it all can come down to this one. I've got the casting vote in it.
Oh boy.
So it's the main pair. And now I was originally going to separate these out and to have Mizuho take on Shoko and vice versa. But I thought these stories are both about them as pairs, so I think it makes sense to pair them together.
Yeah.
So Silent Voice's story is essentially Shoya trying to make it up to Shoko before he commits suicide.
Yeah.
And him deciding through that encounter that life is kind of still worth it. He can still do something, and he can still be of worth.
Yeah.
Whereas Your Name, both of these stories are kind of, in a sense, stories about regret and grief.
Yes.
I think that sums it up quite well because.
I don't know about regret in the context of Your Name.
Yeah.
But it is kind of no, it is kind of a regret. It's kind of a regret of why wasn't I there to save when
the twist happens.
Yeah,
when the twist happens when we find out what happened to Mizuho.
Yeah.
Why wasn't I there? Why couldn't I do anything?
But that's not regret. That's.
But no.
I
I
say-
know for a fact that was the director's
I
intention.
say a big part of a silent voice is definitely part of the regret and mental illness. Meanwhile, a big part of Your Name is connecting to someone through their actions.
Hence why the scene for Dream Lantern is all those ribbons that are tying together, sort of like connecting us, and it's actually kind of interesting when it's actually I forgot to mention this when the wonderful artist Brian the Moon, who did my book, I actually said the last 2 chapters of the book are going to be Your Name and a Silent Voice, and they actually drew them so that they were kind of connected pictures, and they had sort of the tether from Your Name connecting to a Silent Voice.
Oh, that's so cool.
Honestly, my book's over there. Check it out afterwards.
Okay. Yeah.
Check it
My
out
force powers work.
Oh dear.
I've tried that so many times.
This will also be the. I've just realised this will be the first vlog in a while we won't have a Ripley cameo.
Yeah, I didn't bring Ripley because it's too warm.
No, Ripley
Yeah,
could
she
not
would
come
have
out in this
struggled.
weather. She would have.
Yeah,
She would have died in this weather.
Yeah, like I tried to walk Alfie this morning. Guy's lead on, he just flopped on the floor saying, "No, you go.
Yeah.
I'm staying here."
The number of times over the last couple of weeks where it's been so hot that immediately after I get Ripley's lead on, she just went straight into a crate. She was just like, "No, I'm not one to go out."
No.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing. It's kind of it's a more direct. It's kind of a romance story in both of these to an extent. Although I think Silent Voice concentrates on it a little less.
Yeah, I feel like Your Name is for the most part a romance.
Yeah.
Well,
Meanwhile,
a Silent Voice.
meanwhile, Silent Voice is more reconnecting.
Yeah.
But that being said, it's very heavily implied at the end of the manga that they did end up as a couple.
I think it was very much implied in the film.
Yeah,
also.
I think it was pretty much they're gonna get together,
It's
and I want them to.
it's going to be a very interesting conversation when they ask their kids, when the kids ask how they met.
Yes.
He kept pulling out my hearing aids.
Yeah, well, I was emotionally and physically abusive when I was a kid, so.
That being said, we have to talk. There's certain sense. I feel like the difference is there's a bit more of a character arc for. How do I put this? I think there's more of a character arc for the male lead in Your Name
Yeah.
and there's more of a character arc for.
The female in Silent Voice.
No, actually, I think it's the male leads in both of these. I think the men get more of the whereas
Yeah.
no, actually, I think it's the other way around. I feel like there's more for the female character in terms of standing up to a father and trying to take charge and having to. She has more goals. Mito definitely has more goals than Taki does.
Not to say that Taki's a bad character at all.
Yeah, I will say these stories are more about getting a second chance.
They are. Yeah, that's a good point. Actually, that's a very good point.
Yeah.
Second chances are definitely a factor in these, and it's very rare you get stories like that.
Yeah.
What do you guys? What actually in terms we were going on about the romance. Which one do we think was the romance writing was a bit better?
I'm gonna go Shoyo and Shoko.
Yeah, because they're actually together.
Yeah,
You know,
they
we
have more
actually see
chemistry
them.
and talking.
Yeah. I feel it's really close to me with both of them because with Your Name they get to understand each other through living out each other's lives, and they do actually talk through their diaries.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, with
Silent Voice.
with the Silent Voice, the two characters they're together all the time. They're both spending time with one another, and they're both connecting in multiple different ways.
Yeah.
Well, I actually when I was at that Q&A with Makoto Shinkai, he was going on about this idea of the film essentially is it's a romance story where the first meeting is the end of the story.
Yeah, that's interesting.
It's kind of that idea of it. And it's very interesting that this is the way that they're connected, and they almost fall in love with only seeing each other on 2 occasions.
Yeah.
Which is well, if you don't count the whole weird spirit swap thing they had before the beginning of Sparkle. It's kind of an interesting idea of how that connection is built up over this sort of Freaky Friday scenario.
Yeah.
Oh, this is so hard. I hate the fact I've got a casting vote in this.
Yeah, I think in terms of the romance probably is more traditionally stronger
In Your Name.
No,
in the Silent Voice
than Your Name.
Oh, see, I would say in traditional sense, it's more traditional in Your Name than it is in a Silent Voice.
Yeah, I would probably agree.
I struggle to understand how that could be the case.
Yeah, because I'm going to go Silent Voice as well.
Yeah.
Because it's more traditional. It's more talking it through, more interactions.
Yeah.
Whereas compared to Your Name, it's swapping bodies, and all of a sudden, I love you.
I feel like in terms of character development, Shoko and Shoyo probably go through more because it's you see over a longer period of time it's this more projected story, and you can see the depths of the struggle that they go to, followed by the high, the recovery.
For the record, it is still too hot.
I know. I completely agree.
Something I will say as well when you really look at Silent Voice with the character arcs with both Shoko and Shoya are really strong.
Oh,
and there's that one scene in particular. I'm not gonna say what it is. I'll probably mention it in the story section. So again, major spoilers maybe coming up.
Yeah.
But that scene when Shoya went back to get the camera.
Yes.
I just remember seeing that bit and just holy crap!
I think that scene and bits like that are just so representative of what it can be like.
Guys,
so
we're going around in circles at the minute.
No, but you can be so so what's the word? Opaque.
Invested.
Opaque on the surface.
Yeah.
You can't see below what's happening.
Yeah,
And
something that I will say is I think Silent Voice does a really, really good job on showing things like mental illness and depression.
Which is a big part about its main.
Because with Shoko, you can tell she's trying to hide everything inside. You can tell she on the outside she's always smiling, she's always trying to seem happy. Yet you can tell on the inside she's broken.
What is it? What is it with KyoAni and they make adorable characters?
Yeah.
They always seem to pull it off.
Yeah, somehow.
What do you? So I think it's voting time. Ren,
Yeah.
you go first.
it's really hard because I love the very Silent Voice.
Reese?
Yeah, Silent Voice.
I agree with you both. I agree with you, right? It's so hard.
So difficult.
So hard. They are both just amazing. I love the connections between them, but Silent Voice only just wins for me.
Yeah.
It would have been a silent. It would have been a silent voice if I had done it. But obviously, my 2 votes don't.
Yeah, because I was just looking at one of my favourite Robin Williams quotes, which does apply to a silent voice. Said, "All it takes is a beautiful fake smile to hide an injured soul, and they will never notice how broken you really are."
Oh, I hope that quote got down very well because that fucking lorry went outside at the wrong time.
Should I just repeat it?
Yeah, repeat it. So
Needs to say another. I think another person just went to an isekai world.
Yeah.
Trucks on.
Yeah, saying by Robin Williams, all it takes is a beautiful fake smile to hide an injured soul, and they will never notice how broken you really are.
Yeah, it's a good quote, that one. I think we need to move on to story. Now, do you need to decide who gets the casting vote in this one? So, everyone get your...
I'm not ready.
Right, on count of 3.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Wait.
Elliot got rock.
Bang,
Down.
bang.
Oh, dear.
And I was going to go rock as well.
You fool. Always go wrong.
Yeah, always go rock.
If you smash,
So, Elliot,
what can I say except you're welcome?
Okay, so let's do let's do our votes for... Let's talk the stories of these ones. So the individual stories. So obviously this is complete major spoiler ahead.
Yeah, needless to say, this was a bit in particular where I was most thinking, fuck you, Calvin, fuck you, Calvin, fuck you, Calvin, fuck you, Calvin. Because the story in both of these are fantastic.
And you got the casting vote.
Yep.
Fuck!
This is genuinely the hardest category for me.
Oh, yeah, I will say though, slight spoiler, these 2 films, you do not want to be a grandmother in them.
No,
No, you do not.
No.
Things never work out well.
It's not great though.
No, I don't think she dies in Your Name.
She did in...
She
She did before the twist.
Before the twist. Okay, major spoiler alert. Major spoiler alert. So the big twist in Your Name is that it turns out they've not just been swapping bodies; they've been swapping timelines.
Yeah.
And that Mizuho is actually free. Mizuho was 3 years behind Taki at the time.
And not only that, but as it turns out, the comet that was falling actually destroyed Mizuho's village, and she dies in that.
In fact,
Half a village.
half the village dies entirely, and
Which does include a grandmother, because it was confirmed.
yeah, it was. Did she die in the reverse reverse timeline?
Nope, she lived.
Good.
But in the original one, they're both dead.
Everyone dies happily ever after.
It's like that clip from Red Dwarf because they're dead. They're all dead.
They're dead, Dave. Everybody's dead.
Yeah.
The
What's the stuff I'm eating? That's Mizuho.
Here's the thing though. There's not Silent Voice is a lot more of a sort of drama, sort of slice of life story, whereas Your Name is pretty much completely a drama.
Yeah, very much.
Your Name is basically Freaky Friday mixed with The Sixth Sense.
Yeah.
There's actually a Dutch film that does a very similar storyline. I remember hearing about this because of the Mark Commode bit he did for YouTube. And he was saying there's this Dutch film where it's a bunch of women who go to a camp and they do become men. And he said it would have made an excellent double feature with Your Name.
Interesting, yeah.
But it's in the sense of them supernaturally turned rather than it's a transition. But what did you... Truckun is back. What did you guys...
Please don't make another wise man's grandchild.
Or whatever.
No, I don't think. No, don't think he went there because he died. He just
whatever
supernaturally ended up
or
there.
whatever crap isekais out this season. I've not been watching any of them.
Apparently, the mum one's been pretty good.
I think it's got the best humour.
Really? Okay, I need to watch the
Have you seen the if it's for my daughter, I've even defeated.
No.
Is it not good?
No, it's gonna go Sagi Drop. It goes to Sagi Drop. Abort now.
I've never seen. I don't know what Usagi Drop is.
Don't look it up. Yeah. Just trust me on this one. It's going to get really fucking sick later.
Yeah.
I'll likely watch it anyway.
What's the one?
I've been looking for a new school days.
What's that one we were watching where it's basically like you have to get views on streams?
We'll talk about it in a minute, but
that's
that's the only
King's Game.
That's the only one I liked. But here's the thing.
Dead Tube.
Here's the thing. I don't really have much to separate these two out. So they're very well they're really great stories. They had this idea. Makoto Shinkai, when I went to the Q&A, he was talking about that, and he was saying his big inspiration was the tsunami, the 2011 tsunami in Japan, and now loads of people had this idea. If only I had been there.
Yeah.
So he'd had this idea that regret is a big part of that story, and Taki feels an incredible amount of regret that if he had known, he could have easily warned her.
Yeah, because it would have been sorted if he just looked at our calendar.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, what makes you never looked at a calendar? Or
Yeah.
Something I find quite odd is that the entire time on the news, it just went, the comet will be visible soon to everyone. Just like, wouldn't you have just think like, I've already seen the comet though. What the hell's going on?
Yeah, exactly.
I saw this years ago. This was last week. What am I?
Yeah,
on?
it's supposed to come round
Yeah,
every
it's just like,
1,000
wait,
years.
this was just like, wait, didn't this happen 3 years? Oh shit!
Yeah.
But let's not get bogged down in who wrote a plot hole into what.
I think Silent Voice has a bit of a tendency.
Ah!
Oh no!
I think
Oh no! It's the twist ending where she actually fell.
That would be a crap alternative.
I think a Silent Voice can have a tendency to stretch a little.
By the way, with the fireworks
I
display,
feel like
with the fireworks display scene where Shoko attempts to take her own life, did any of you actually think she was gonna pull it off?
No.
Oh, for fuck's sake! Don't shut the window. It's boiling in here. I will take the.
Stop killing isekai characters! We do not want another in another one on my smartphone.
We do want another world end though.
No, we don't, because it's shit.
Well then, sucked it.
Give me season 2 of Shield Hero.
Wait, that wasn't an Isekai.
I know. I just wanted to get it in. We always get a King's Game joke in somewhere.
The one you were saying about.
But with your name, I was kind of that idea of. It's so fucked now. I'm gonna go watch this back and know what my point was, and then.
Okay, I don't remember.
No, you were going on about a Silent Voice when Shoko tried to take
Did
her
any
away.
of you think she was actually gonna pull it off?
No, because I saw the rest of the runtime.
No.
Well, no, I don't think she's gonna pull it off.
I
just
wasn't
didn't expect it.
No, I wasn't. I honestly, I had no idea whether she was actually going to pull it off. I just remember her standing there. I was just like, shit.
Yeah.
One of the things I find interesting though is the fact they did quash that myth of if you land in water, it's
You're
better
fine.
than land. Whereas if you land from a certain height, it's actually like concrete. It's worse than concrete. Which you could just by that simple amount, that little bit of blood that came out of him, you got a sense of that's how much it hurt.
Yeah, and then like that moment when Shoya's in the hospital, I was just like, oh fuck, is he dead?
Yeah.
I thought he was dead for quite a bit. Yeah, they do a very good job of it. Here's the thing though. Which one of these? The runtime of these films is very similar. They both run at a very similar.
Yeah, I think a Silent Voice is slightly longer.
Yeah,
like
it's like 20 minutes longer, I think.
Yeah.
I think it's slightly too long. I think the ending stretches.
Which is interesting because the manga's ending goes on after that.
But I think that's the nature of the adaptation is that you can't cut everything.
Yeah. The weird thing is, like, considering the manga is 7 volumes, I feel like a Silent Voice might have. Do you think the Silent Voice might have benefited a little better if it was an anime series rather than
No, it would have gone on for like 3 seasons at least to get a story out properly. Considering just to get all the different bits and bobs. I've got the run times here. Let's see. Silent Voice runs at 130 minutes, so 2 hours 10 minutes. Your name
is like an hour
45.
50.
Yeah, so like hour 50, hour 45.
I remember seeing the back of the DVD box. I think it's like 110 minutes.
106. So
Close enough.
So more, but again, that's a difference between an original story and adaptation.
It's a lot better paced.
Speaking of which, I'll list a couple of things they cut out and see what you guys think of this. They cut out a flashback involving Shoko's father leaving.
Unnecessary, I feel.
And it shows the fact that she was left alone with the grandmother around the time she was pregnant with her second child, and the fact that both him and his parents believed that Shoko's mother had lied and said. They said you gave us a defective child. Their words exactly.
That was one thing that I noticed and that I heard from my parents as well, was that they thought it kind of came out of nowhere about Shoko's emotional difficulties, which I understood in the context that these were long running and we didn't see a lot of it.
Yeah.
I think if we saw maybe more of it,
the manga does a
would
bit of
understand
better.
slightly,
Again,
yeah.
the manga does a bit of a better job. You get a lot more into Shoya's mindset at the beginning that he has this idea of he sees his whole future out and he doesn't really have one.
Yeah.
And
Which
it's the nature of.
I remember reading the manga thinking I think the anime could have used a bit of this.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that being said, I think they made the right cuts for the right runtime. They also cut a few side stories and bits and bobs, and they cut off a bit at the ending. But I think it ends at the right place.
Yeah, at the same time, I feel, despite the fact that they will probably have to cut out a lot considering it's 7 volumes, I still feel like it's really well paced.
I mean, I don't mind that we missed their graduation. I don't mind the fact we missed that Ueno. I think it's implied Ueno got engaged.
Oh.
I don't know. I don't mind the cut that, and I don't mind the cut the fact they didn't do very well at the film festival. I think they ended at the right point.
Yeah.
Whereas I felt like with the manga, it went on a little too long. Though I do like the last image of the manga.
Yeah.
The last image of the manga is also it's almost as hopeful as the last image of the film.
Yeah.
Which wasn't the last image of a film just Shoya smiling.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it's of all the crosses coming down.
Yeah.
And then he smiles.
I think with Your Name, I love the film structure. I love the flitting to and from. I love the way the characters communicate, and I love
the story elements. Your Name is built more to be a traditional 3-act structure, whereas Silent Voice is less of a 3-act structure.
Yeah.
It's not. It still follows the 3-act structure, but it's a little.
I feel like a lot more happens in Silent Voice. I feel
like Silent Voice. I'd say Silent Voice is a 2.5 structure, if you catch my drift. Or and it adds that extra 0.5 just towards the end to make sure it has a 3-act structure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it does kind of a little more does happen in Silent Voice, but again, that's the difference between adapting a 7-volume manga.
You've got more content.
But I will say, Naoko Yamada, considering that she hadn't done that many directorial jobs prior, and she'd never done a film prior to A Silent Voice. I mean, the last thing she'd done prior to it, I think, was K-On!
Yeah.
Considering I don't know if she did do the K-On! Movie, so I'm wrong there. But again, there's a big difference between doing that and doing A Silent Voice. Like the K-On! Film, she had a good idea about those characters. She knew where she was going with it. The K-On! Movie, incidentally, is really good, for the record. Although it's very weird to see Waitrose in an anime.
Yeah.
I'm not joking, it's genuine.
Yeah.
There's Waitrose product placement.
Yeah. Again, it's like seeing Dr. Pepper in Steins Gate.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's actually quite a few product placements in the K-On! Movie.
Wow.
It can't be worse than the Toblerone in
They actually go to Camden Market.
Yeah, I think you mentioned this.
I did recognise landmarks in the film.
Amazing.
But I think we need. Here's the thing about Your Name. I feel like Your Name, because we've done a bit about the fact that we feel like Silent Voice doesn't have as much of a structure as Your Name. Is that a detriment to Silent Voice that it has less of that structure than Your Name does?
I don't think so, really.
No, I will also say A Silent Voice does more to expose the nature of depression and suicide.
Yeah, it does. As I said, a big focus on Silent Voice is mental illness.
But at what point was there any points with Silent Voice where we kind of went, I think we've done this a little too long. Should we move on to something else?
No.
Not really.
You were like with the ending.
Yes. I think over the course of Shoya's recovery and then the meeting on the bridge, I would have been perfectly happy if it ended at the bridge. I think that everything that comes after is good and does add to it.
No, I don't think
I would have felt that story would have been lacking.
I feel like something I really like
I'm not saying it didn't need the closure after that. I'm saying that was good, but I would have been happy if they shortened it slightly.
Yeah, but then again, you basically just said that's criticism, and then you've turned around and said that's not a criticism.
No, I'm not nitpicking everything. As we said
here's why I feel like if it ended there, it wouldn't have been that great. Because then we wouldn't have gotten the bit with Shinya making up with all his friends and all of them coming back into his life, and we wouldn't have gotten where Ueno kind of admits that while she still can bring herself to like Shoko, she's still sort of tolerating her, I guess you could say. Also now we know the sign language for Morn, Baka.
I think we needed that scene with all the crosses coming down.
Yes.
I will say they didn't go into as much detail with the sign language in the manga, so they put a bit of extra effort into getting the sign language right.
So I do just want to clarify. I'm not saying that the ending is bad. I'm saying that the ending was good, but I do think that in light of you know, because it's
But
just
the
kind
ending of Your Name is really good as well.
That's what I mean,
yeah,
'cause
the ending of both are really good.
I think the pacing of Your Name is just for me it's better, and for me it work. The structure of the story works better from the contact between.
And there was that there was that ending with the
It's
fact
just-
you wonder, are they genuinely going to meet up? Are they genuinely going to remember each other?
Yeah, and then they don't. While they don't remember each other, in a way they recognize each other. And that I still remember the entire time, like when they were running around Tokyo looking for each other. I just remember thinking, find each other, go quick.
And you're fated. It's fated. You're so involved in that.
Guys,
And
I'm looking at the time. We're going to have to vote.
Yeah,
Get to this point out, and then we're going to have to vote.
It's just that you're so involved and you're almost cheering them through. And it's not like you're not getting that with Silent Voice, but I feel like you're more. It brings you in a bit more. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
Okay.
but I say with Silent Voice though, it does also have the redemption arc going for it,
No, you're
which
right, you're
which you don't
absolutely
see
right.
a lot
You're
of
right.
villains trying to become a good guy.
Yeah. Well, villain.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I know
and
what you mean.
No. What Silent
Yeah,
Voice does
and
very
the-
ingeniously is it takes a character we would normally hate, and
Um,
we'd see the end of their arc be just they get their comeuppance. We now see what happens after the comeuppance.
Yeah.
Yeah, and now we see, and like when we actually see him trying to be happy, trying to be a better person, we do genuinely see him making an effort.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
But yeah, I do think we should vote now.
Let's vote now. Ren, you're going first.
I'm going to go for Your Name.
All right,
It's the best story.
Calvin.
I have to go by the content and the character arcs. And I go back and forth on this all the time because they're both so excellent. I'm going to go with Silent Voice.
Yeah, I'm going to Silent Voice.
Okay.
So you get the casting.
Oh
vote.
wow, wow. So okay,
This is your one chance to get you, fuck you, Calvin, out.
yeah.
No.
All right. So once again, fuck you, Calvin. Second of all, I love both these stories equally.
So hard to
Yeah.
choose.
Equally, they both have amazing arcs, great development. They're both paced excellently, and here's the thing with both of them.
Lost them.
Here's the thing with both of them. The biggest thing for me with a story
This ending's gonna be
is
fun.
making an impact.
Yeah.
Is doing something that what are you doing?
I've lost the remote.
Look at the remote.
Look, get to the point,
Carry
Elliot.
on.
Look,
Right,
carry
the
on.
biggest-
We'll
the
figure
biggest-
this out later.
The biggest thing for me
This is gonna look
with a
really weird.
story is making an impact and leaving a mark in your head and trying
Found
to
Nice.
Thanks, Reese.
trying to keep it in your head.
Oh,
The
you
thing is, while I was watching Your Name, I was more invested while watching it. I felt like all the twists generally got me. I was reacting more when I was watching it. But A Silent Voice, I feel like left more of an impact on me after I watched it. I still remember looking back at all the moments, like when all the crosses peeled off the people's faces, and thinking of the song. Even then, thinking of all that, I still get teary-eyed. And really, while being invested in film while it's happening is good, I feel like leaving an impact is ultimately more important. So I'm sorry, Ren, but I have to give it to A Silent Voice.
Silent Voice
Yeah.
wins.
Can't fault it.
I think. Do you know what? I was very half and half when I came into this, and I feel like you guys definitely campaigned very well for A Silent Voice in that one. Excellent. Both of these are excellent films.
Oh,
though.
yeah,
we need
definitely.
to. I think they make an excellent double bill with each other.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
And as I stand by, these are the Akira and Ghost in the Shells in the sense of these are the films that are going to influence from Japan. They're going to influence the most people of this generation, and are
Yeah.
going to be
Yeah.
the big thing.
Yeah.
So that's the end of this one. So
Once again-
goodbye to everyone who's not coming to the next bit.
Yeah. Once again, though, everybody, if you haven't seen these films, even if you're not an anime fan, and even though we spoil the biggest parts of it,
Yeah.
go watch them.
Go and see them.
These
seriously.
two are cinematic masterpieces, and if these two films won't convince you how great of an art form anime is, then I've lost all hope for you.
Yeah,
Well-
or how about this? How about Your Name is an alternate retelling of Majora's Mask with the moon?
Hey, it is.
So go campaign Nintendo to get that in Smash.
Thank
I,
Ren. Can I just say for opening the windows again? Thank you so
Yeah.
much. I am dying in
You're
here.
welcome.
I'm just when I get home, I'm opening every window in the house, and I'm.
I'm sweating more than a married man in a strip club.
Let's move on. Let's talk about the Annie Trending Awards again because we always talk about it every time.
Yeah.
Yep.
Let's talk.
Spring season, right?
This is how the votes have changed into spring season. I've got the nominees up here, and I'll ask you guys how you're going to vote. We know we get multiple votes in many of these categories.
Yeah.
But let's talk.
My phone's on charge over there.
If we
It's
had
okay.
one vote,
It's
it's all right. I've got them here. So the nominees for Anime of the Year are at this point, and this is in alphabetical order: Attack on Titan season 3 part 2,
Not surprising.
Carol and Tuesday,
All right.
Demon Slayer,
Ooh.
Dororo,
Okay.
Fruits Basket,
Oh, nice.
Kaguya-sama Love is War, Sanryu Girl, The Promised Neverland, and The Rising of the Shield Hero.
Wait, really? Semiryu goes in there.
Sanryu Girl did very well at the votes.
I'm-
just reloaded it. It went
I'm
funny the first time I did it.
I'm genuinely surprised about that.
Is there any of those surprise you, Ren, other than Sanryu Girl?
I'm surprised Dororo, kind of.
When we knew that from last month.
No, I know.
Last
actually,
season,
it's a good point.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Nothing really.
Do you know the one that surprised me? I'm surprised Carol and Tuesday got in, considering that none of us have been able to properly watch it.
Yeah.
I feel, well, to be fair, I don't think we really voted.
We're gonna go. I did.
Oh,
I
right.
have such a conviction.
Yeah, luckily we're getting it in August.
August 30th, first half of this comes out. I'm really excited to see it.
Yeah, so do you think we should make that like our September vlog or something?
No, I'm going to save it potentially November. I'm going to save it potentially for November, for the reason being, I reckon the second half's going to come out in over October or November, and we're going to be able to review it fully. As I say, it's a potential. If I get to see all of it by the end of the year, it could potentially be a wild card nominee.
Yeah, because seriously, I really want to watch it.
Yeah.
At the moment, I haven't seen Carol on Tuesday, so I can't comment on that. Which one would you vote for at the minute out of this lot?
I'd probably go Rising of Shield Hero.
You go Rising of the Shield?
Just because of how much I love it.
Promised Neverland, easy.
You going to go Promised Neverland?
Oh no, Ren, there's no JoJo's. Why are you going to pick?
Yeah, no.
Yeah, the-
Surprise.
Here's the funny.
It's
Yeah.
season 5.
Here's a bit of a dilemma I'm at currently. I have the first full volumes of the Promised Neverland manga, which is around where the anime ends, and I'm currently reading the 4th volume, and I want to keep reading, but I don't want spoilers to season 2.
Okay, so
I think I would probably go for Rising of the Shield Hero.
You're going Rising
Not
of the
gonna lie.
this is a very tough one for me at the minute. I haven't seen Carol on Tuesday yet. Might get my vote in that instance because it sounds really good.
It's that old Demon Slayer for me.
At the minute, I'd vote for Fruits Basket.
Oh.
out
Of
this
course.
Well,
lot.
actually, hang on. I think I'd probably go for Attack on Titan season 3
Really?
over Demon Slayer.
Honestly, I haven't seen Sanryu Girl yet. I'm going to get round to it.
I've seen Seven Go. It's pretty good for
yeah.
like a short anime. It's pretty good.
But the interesting thing is, out of all of these, and I'm going to get a lot of hate for this, I think Attack on Titan Season 3 Part 2 is the weakest.
I mean, you're wrong, but that's okay.
Yeah.
No, I'd probably give that to Seven Go.
Well, I haven't seen it yet. I'll probably change
Wait,
my
do
mind.
you think Kaguya-sama beats it?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Really?
I had way more
Is
fun.
it just because we both read the manga, and then when we were watching this, like we both knew what was coming, but I still
No, I
think
didn't.
it's
I had
good.
read the manga after the anime.
But you've read the manga.
With Attack on Titan.
You know
Before
what, man?
season
You'll
3
hate me,
came
but
out.
I think Kaguya-sama's better than Attack on Titan. It's so funny.
I know it's
No,
funny,
but I say Attack on Titan has way better animation. Like the whole with
Levi
in the city.
We're not
At the same time, though, you expect better animation in Attack on Titan.
Well, let's not get bogged down into an Attack on Titan versus Kaguya-sama debate.
No,
Because
that's for 2 months' time.
No.
The annoying thing is someone's going to make me do that now.
Yeah.
No, I don't think we.
Main man of the year. The nominees are Levi Ackerman from Attack on Titan Season 3 Part 2, Hakimaru from Dororo, Yu Ishigami from Kaguya-sama Love is War,
Yeah, I'm surprised about that one.
Yeah, I'm surprised you use it now.
Naofumi from Rising of the Shield Hero,
Yeah.
Tanjiro from Demon Slayer, Chika Kudo from
Haven't
Konomoto Tamare,
seen
Norman
that
from
one.
The Promised Neverland. That's the one you like.
No,
idiot.
yeah, I'm saying no because I'm not going to vote for him.
Shirogane Miyuki from Kaguya-sama Love is War, Kyo Soma from Fruit Baskets, and Nariyuki Yuga from We Never Learn.
Really?
Yes, which we never watched.
Yeah,
How many episodes did you guys go
Yeah,
before you dropped?
2.
4.
One.
Four.
I think it was on 4.
I went 4
It
and
wasn't
then.
terrible.
One.
Oh.
Yeah,
It wasn't awful.
I like
do
it
you
more
know?
than
Yeah,
I like quintessential
yeah.
Quintuplets more.
Here's my recommendation. Take him out. Replace him with Yuki.
To be honest, replace Konomoto Tamare character. I haven't watched all of it though.
Which one? So that's the one we're most surprised got through.
Wait, I'm
obviously.
surprised Ray's not in there.
No, I tell you what's surprising. No bloody Char. Char should be number 1.
We all agree.
Yeah,
But since
again-
Charles not there and you don't get a other one, Which one are you going to vote for in that category?
I'm going to ring up and complain to Charles out there. Change your fucking website.
Reese,
You just sign
you're
up to
going
loads of different accounts and
Wait.
Just input. Charles should win. Charles should win.
change the thing. Say you're now from Finland. Yeah. Vote. Char needs to go through. Okay, Germany.
Yeah.
Char needs to go through.
Hang on, this isn't German. Shut up. Charles should go through. I'd probably go now for me.
You're going now,
Yeah.
Fumi?
Should be Char though.
I'd probably go either Naofumi or Kyo.
I like Yakimaru and Naofumi.
I'm going to go now, Fumi
Yeah.
or Kyo.
I'm very surprised Ray isn't in there.
Yeah, I'm Jimmy Spice.
I'm still
Okay.
surprised people froth over Levi though.
Nothing
Nothing wrong with
like,
him, but
like
he's a bit-
I
he's
feel like
quite badass though.
I feel like Armin had the better character
Yeah,
arc in season 2.
Yeah,
Um,
and it turns out that Armin's secretly shredded as well.
yeah.
You'll
Which-
probably like this one, guys. Girl of the Year. The nominees are Emma from The Promised Neverland, Chika from Kaguya-sama Love is War, Haru from My Roommate's a Cat,
Oh.
Bochi from Hitarabochi, Toru Honda from Fruits Basket,
Not surprising.
Nezuko from Demon Slayer, Malfu from We Never Learn, Shiramiya from Kaguya-sama Love is War, Karumi Tasaka from Data Live 3, and Yuki Shiro Nanako from Sanryu Girl. That's a hard one. There's two of my favourites are in there.
Yeah, a bunch of really good ones.
Actually, that's
Yeah.
a bunch of my favourites are in there. I think my vote's Toru at this point.
My vote, honestly, Shinomiya Kaguya.
You're going Kaguya?
Bochi or Nezuko.
Mochi or Nezuko?
Nezuko.
Nezuko.
Yeah.
Nezuko is
Nezuko.
She's so precious.
Yeah.
Oh, just that
Must protect.
that scene where she's running away in that episode, like episode 16 or something. It's like, please stop chasing her. Oh, there's never been more. Ship of the Year. The nominees are. Yeah. Oh, is there any sort of surprise by with the girls actually before we move to that?
Haru from My Neighbor's
Cat.
Cat.
Again, another one from We Never Learn.
Yeah, no, I'm surprised We Never Learned was that popular.
Yeah.
I think it's
People love Haru.
if you ask me, Isabel should be in there. From Promised Neverland.
Yeah, I agree. And also, although Emma comes close, I will for my vote actually in that one.
No Dororo.
No Doro,
That
no.
was very surprising.
Ship of
Well,
the
maybe enough people didn't get to the ending, so they didn't know.
Yeah, true.
Body is over.
Body is over. Give me
fire.
fire.
Light it up,
My baby,
baby.
she can now say yeah.
Okay, let's move on. Couple Ship of the Year.
We have so much fun on these vlogs.
Yes.
Ship of the Year, the nominees are E.G. and Nanako from Sanryu Girl.
Not surprising at all.
Futaro Miku from the Quintessential Quintuplets.
Nah.
Futaro Nino from the Quintessential Quintuplets.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's a choice between those two, I'd take the Miku one.
Yeah, I take Miku easily.
Kyo and Toru from Fruit Baskets.
I say Toru and Yuki personally.
Yeah. I go Toro Yuki.
That's interesting. Miyuki and Kaguya from Kaguya-sama Love is War. And Takumi and Ao from Ao-chan Can't Study.
I didn't see that one.
Kyo and
I never
Toru.
finished that.
No,
You're going Kyo and Toru, Ren?
Yeah, I'll go Kyo and Toru as well.
I'm gonna go either Kyo and Toru or Mikumi and Kaguya.
Yeah, I'm going to wait till the end of the year on that one because I want to see what they do with Kyo and Toru
Yeah.
later on in the anime, especially considering they've gone. I know they're not going for the ending of the 2001, considering that we've gone well. But they've actually now's the point of the anime where they've actually stopped following the 2001 version. They're going into the manga. So none of what we've recently happened in the 2001 version. But at the minute, I might vote. Do you know? I'm going to say at the minute Kyo and Toru. But I'm not saying they're going to be my vote at the end. In fact, none of these will be our votes at the end of the year. We're just saying at this point in time we'd vote for.
Wait. No, now Fumi and Raphtalia.
Oh, damn!
Let's start the riot.
Well, there is a reason for that, which is explained in the manga.
They're not actually together?
No, Naofumi only sees Raphtalia as his daughter.
Oh, shit.
That does make
Yeah.
sense. That does make sense actually.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm pretty sure he
Well, they
sees.
have that line in the anime as well.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, but it's more talked about in the manga a lot.
Yeah.
I think he's changing that attitude though as we go. They definitely suggested
Yeah.
that at the end of the anime.
Come
so-
on, give us season 2.
Yes.
Okay.
Also, from what I've heard, the light novels, he does change his mind on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it takes a while.
Yeah. Supporting Man of the Year, Zanatsu from Demon Slayer,
I love that it's
I thought it was too annoying when he first premiered.
Initially,
He's now got
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, I do find it badass. Like when he's asleep, he just immediately becomes like a badass Demon Slayer.
But I'd also like the fact the reaction faces he gave for Tanjiro.
Oh yeah.
Renusco from Bungo Stray Dogs Season 3,
Right.
Don from Promised Neverland, Phil from Promised Neverland, Erwin from Attack on Titan Season 3, I wonder where Reese is going with this one, and Tahomaru from Doro.
Owen.
For me.
For you?
I'm probably gonna give it to Phil.
Excellent ending to.
I'm going to go for Tahomaru for this one. I just think Tahomaru makes that final act a little more, and also the rivalry between him and Hakimaru is very interesting.
Yeah.
Have you seen it yet, Elliot?
No, I haven't yet.
You'll really like the ending of it. Supporting Girl of the Year, we got Ai Hakasa from Kaguya-sama Love is War,
Yeah.
Kyoka Izumi from Bungo Stray Dogs Season 3, Melty from The Rising of the Shield Hero, Karumi Tasaka from Day Alive 3, so she got nominated in both categories.
No, Natalia wasn't even in Best Girl.
I know.
What the fuck?
Just move on,
Oh my
please.
God.
That is stupid.
Why do you people have such bad taste?
Reihe,
God damn it!
stop just leave it now, Ren.
No.
Reihe Usaga from the Quintessential Quintuplets, and Hanji from Attack on Titan. Well, Ren has an aneurysm. Is there anything that we're surprised by with that lot? I'm actually kind of surprised that I won that one, but that being said,
Wait, you won that one?
no. Let's move on.
Hang on.
I'm going Ai Hayakasa for my choice
I'm going to go Melty.
at the minute.
Yeah, Melty.
I'm gonna go Ai Hayasaka as well. She
Interesting-
was really funny.
Interesting, none of us changed our votes from the last one. Aspect Awards.
Aspect Awards, what's that?
Best in adaptation.
So best adaptation, so best as an adaptation of their work. Attack on Titan Season 3, Part 2, Fruits Basket, Kaguya-sama Love is War, Sanryu Girl, which I forgot was actually an adaptation,
Same.
The Promised Neverland, and The Rising of the Shield Hero.
Well, Rising Shield Hero did leave out a lot from the source material.
So that's not going to be your vote then, in that sense.
Probably not for adaptation, no.
I'm gonna vote for The Promised Neverland because that's actually adapted really well from the manga.
You're going Promised Neverland?
Second Titan.
You're going Attack on Titan?
Yeah, I'm going to go Attack on Titan.
I know where you were going, Cal.
I'm going Kaguya-sama Love is War.
Oh, really? Not
Really?
Fruit Baskets?
But we're talking about adaptations, and as an adaptation, the best thing an adaptation can do is improve on its source material. Kaguya-sama actually does improve on its source material.
Yeah. The manga is one I'm really meaning to read.
That being said, Fruits Basket Fruit Basket I think is a better anime, but that's not the category. The category is best adaptation.
Yeah.
No, but I would have thought because it's going back to the original manga that you would say best adaptation.
It's a very good adaptation of its manga, but I'd say the loyalty isn't everything. That's my point.
I say a big thing that makes Promised Neverland best really good adaptation for me is probably because the manga does uses things that only manga can do, like the whole page turn thing. Meanwhile, the anime does things that only the anime can do, which I think is really good.
Okay, best animation effects and sequences. The nominees are Attack on Titan Season 3 Part 2, Boogie Pop and
Boogie
Others,
Pop. Jesus.
Demon Slayer, Doro, Mob Psycho 100 Season 2,
Mob.
and Sarazamai.
Mob.
Attack on Titan.
Don't. No, take that back.
No, I think he's got a good point on that one. It's got very good.
It's good, but it's not Mob.
Yeah.
Mob is probably the gold standard.
Yeah, Attack on Titan did have a lot of rough moments, like with the Colossal Titan.
Yeah.
He looks so fake in CGI.
Best character designs: Carol and Tuesday, Demon Slayer, Fruits Basket, Kaguya-sama Love is War, Magical Girl Spec Ops.
Did anyone see that?
I saw a couple of
I saw a
episodes
few
of it.
episodes.
Mob Psycho 100 Season 2.
Probably Demon Slayer.
You going Demon Slayer?
I say Demon Slayer is more distinct, so I
Yeah.
go Demon Slayer.
I'd say either Demon Slayer or Mob Psycho.
I'm going Carol and Tuesday.
Mob's really good, to be fair. Mob has the sheer volume of characters. That are gonna be
Yeah.
Watanabe anime always have great character designs, and Carol and Tuesday, from what I've seen so far, is no exception. Best in Ensemble Cast. Attack on Titan Season 3 Part 2, Boogie Pop and Others, why is that nominated? Bungo Stray Dogs Season 3, Fruits Basket 2019, Hitarabochi, Kaguya-sama Love is War, The Promised Neverland and Quintessential Quintuplets. I'd vote for Fruit Baskets in that one.
Yeah, I do the same. Fruits Basket.
Scroll up. Supporting cast, was it?
No, it's the ensemble, the entire cast.
Oh, the entire cast.
I'm probably going to go with Attack on Titan, to be honest.
You're going to Attack on Titan in that one?
I'd go with Fruits Basket as well, actually.
Interesting. I always thought you'd go for Hitarabochi or Promised Neverland.
No, not Neverland.
Best scenarios and visuals. Now, I can't judge this one because one of these I haven't seen, but from what I've seen, I'll go with what? Best scene visual, Carol and Tuesday, Demon Slayer, Dororo, Fruits Basket, Kaguya-sama Lovers War, Magical Girl Spec Op Asuka, and Sarazanmai.
I know Gundam the Origin, so I'm pissed off.
Yeah, no,
You're pissed off whenever Gundam's not in it.
Damn straight!
We get it! You jerk off to Transmorphers! Shut up!
And you say that like it's a bad thing. It just means I have high standards.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hey,
actually-
so do I. I jerk off to Nekos, okay?
Can we move on? I will actually agree with Reese on this one. It should be nominated. But of the ones that
Thank
are there, I'm going to vote for... I will say it might change with Carol and Tuesday, but I'm going to vote for Fruits Basket for this
Yeah,
one.
I say Fruit Baskets has the best backgrounds.
This is like background,
Yeah.
scenery.
Oh,
Scenery.
Dora had some pretty great ones.
I'm actually going to vote for Sarazanmai.
You going to vote Sarazanmai on that one?
Yeah, no, actually, I agree with that. Sarazanmai, probably.
But I say my vote might change with Carol and Tuesday and what comes out in the summer, because if, for example, Fire Force, if that gets nominated, I might vote for that.
Yeah, that's really good ones.
Best soundtrack, Attack on Titan Season 3 Part 2, Boogie Pop and Others, Carol and Tuesday, Demon Slayer,
Very good.
Very
really.
gone.
Oh, I already know my vote.
Konomoto Tamare, Sarazanmai, The Promised Neverland, and The Rising of the Shield Hero.
Sarazanmai.
Sarazanmai.
Sada!
Sarazanmai.
Can I just say, at this point in time, my vote is The Promised Neverland, but no, I've changed my mind completely. It's definitely going to be this by the end of the year. I think it's very unlikely to change. Carol and Tuesday's my vote.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything from Carol and Tuesday.
I've heard 4 of the songs. As in, I've heard 2 of the insert songs and 2 of the. I've heard 5 of the songs. I've heard 2 of the 2 OPs, the 1 of the EDs and 2 of the insert songs. It's phenomenal soundtrack.
It's like I have a feeling I'm probably gonna end up voting for Carol and Tuesday once
We do it. So I think we'll say Carol and Tuesday might be our vote. Let's go to.
Even though it should be Gundam the Origin.
Yeah, I agree. Guns of the Origin is a great soundtrack as well.
Thank you.
In fact, I would, if I had the choice in this one, I would take out Boogie Pop and replace it with Gun of the Origin.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Why is so many people like crap?
Incidentally, Gun of the Origin should be nominated in this category as well.
Best original
Best
anime.
original anime.
Yeah, Gundam the Origin.
I always say this, and I feel like this is my catchphrase at this point.
No.
People are dumb.
Oh no!
Just have bad opinions.
Actually, I know why Gun of the Origin can't be nominated. It's based on the manga,
Yeah.
so it technically should be an adaptation.
Yeah.
Best,
In which case, I retroactively go back.
yes, I'll retroactively go back with you on that
Gun
one.
of the Origin.
Best original anime. The nominees are Carol and Tuesday and Sarazanmai. At this point in time, there's going to be more down the line.
Just Sarazanmai
Yeah,
for me.
just
I have
Sarazanmai.
Because I haven't seen Carol.
But that being said, Sarazanmai. But I've got a very sneaking suspicion I'm going to like Carol and Tuesday more.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah.
Theme song of the world. So OP of the year.
Gundam the Origin. OP3.
Do you know what? Do you know the reason it's
it's
not
not on there.
nominated?
It should be.
Do you know the reason it's not nominated yet? It's because it's considered a summer OP. We were a bit more technical on it, so next season's the time when you get to complain about that.
Okay. Well, I'm going to complain at any time.
Yeah.
Nominees are OP1 for again from Fruits Basket, which is the first OP for that.
Which is
Doro
good.
from Doro, which is the second
Oh,
OP,
Mm-hmm.
which is a shame because I think the first OP is better.
Yeah, same.
I don't.
First OP.
Wait, you complained about the first OP saying it had too much auto-tuning in it.
I just that was a nitpick more than that. I just felt like the visuals are a bit better.
As I keep saying, first time watching Dororo, it's not too big on the opening. Third time, give me fire!
Let's not go again. A Domestic Girlfriend OP1, the OP for Kaguya-sama, the OP for Bungo Stray Dogs Season 3, Boogie Pop and Others, Promised Neverland, and
I think that's Ao-chan
Can't Study.
Yeah, Ao-chan Can't Study.
But at the miss point, which one would you guys vote for?
Promise Neverland.
Promised Neverland, easy.
Um,
Though Kaguya-sama is a very close second.
Yes.
Promised Neverland, Kaguya-sama close second for me.
Boogie Pop had a good OP, but Dororo for me.
Yeah.
I hate Boogie Pop's OP though does get boring after a while.
I like it.
Yeah, which is sucks
It's
'cause
not
it's
what-
Myth and Roy.
It's not one of
Yeah.
Myth and Royd's better ones.
Yeah.
ED of the year, we got the Chica Chica Chatsu for.
This is the foregone
Chica.
conclusion. It's the foregone conclusion.
Hold Me Now from Carol and Tuesday. I'm so glad it's nominated.
Actually, I'm surprised the
Kimi no-
OP for Carol Tuesday is.
Kimi no Name from Rising as a Shield.
Which one's that?
Second one.
That's
I think.
second. That's the second one. Yeah. Lily from from Bungo Stray Dogs Season 3. Sentinel Crisis from Kaguya-sama Love is War. Stand By Me
Oregami.
from Sarazamai. And it's two more. Yami-Ove by Eve, which is the first ED from Dororo. And Zetai Zame from Promised Neverland.
Oh, that's a lot of really good ones.
I think I've got it down to two. I can't decide between them. I'm deciding between the Chica Dance and from Love is War and Carol and Tuesday.
With me,
Chica Dance is just so good.
with me, it's either Chica Dance or Stand By Me.
I really like Dororo's ED.
Yeah, between me it's Chica Dance and Rise of Shield Hero.
Oh, but Promised
I
Neverland
love
is
that
really
second
good
ED.
as well.
Can I just say, you guys are gonna love the Carol and Tuesday ED when you see
Let's
it.
just go for Chica Dance.
At this point in time, but we're not.
It's
As I
very
say,
hard
Right,
to
and
beat.
we're
it's
not
like-
voting yet. I mean, we don't vote until
No, no,
January.
no.
But I was just saying at this point in time what we think of the awards.
Yeah.
Side category awards, so best action adventure anime. So this is the genre categories now. So this might affect your decisions.
Yeah.
Attack on Titan season 3 part 2, Bungo Stray Dogs season 3, Demon Slayer, Dororo, Mob Psycho 100 season 2, One Punch Man season 2, Sarazanmai, and The Rising of the Shield Hero.
Mob.
Oh.
I'm going to go Rising Shield Hero.
I'm going Rising of the Shield Hero.
Because it does more for the adventure side of the genre.
Either Demon Slayer or Shield Hero.
Comedy of the Year. Nominees are Ao-chan Can't Study, Fruits Basket, Isekai Quartet, Kaguya-sama Love is War, One Punch Man season 2, and We Never Learn.
Wait, One Punch Man got votes?
Yeah, Isekai Quartet.
Isekai Quartet.
No contest.
Yeah.
Kaguya-sama Love is War, no
Kaguya-sama-
contest.
Kaguya-sama Love is War. I'm going
It's
for.
bloody hilarious. It's bloody
Wait, you
hilarious.
go for Kaguya-sama?
I'm going for Kaguya-sama.
Ah.
Though that being said, Isekai Quartet very close second.
Yeah, I'd say.
Yeah, but to be fair, I'm probably the only person who bloody really loves it. Kaguya-sama.
Drama Anime of the Year. Nominees are Attack on Titan Season 3 Part 2, Carol and Tuesday, Domestic Girlfriend,
No.
Fruits Basket, Konohata Tamare, and The Promised Neverland. At this point in time, I'm going to say Fruits Basket, but I'm reserving the right to change my mind to Carol and Tuesday.
At the
What was
moment,
the genre?
Drama.
I'm going to say Promised Neverland for drama.
I do prefer Promised Neverland as a whole. I feel like for drama, Fruits Basket does it better. I feel like
If you
Promised
vote for
Neverland's
Attack on
more
Titan, I swear-
tragedy than
If you say you're going
drama.
to vote for Attack on Titan, I swear to God.
It's fucking good though. It's
Move-
fucking good.
For drama though?
Pick something.
I mean, if he can have fucking good, if he can have IBO as slice of life, then I can have fucking.
Yeah, because it bloody deserves it.
I'm going for.
Guys,
Attack on
we're
Titan.
running out of time. Pick one.
Fuck you guys. Attack on Titan.
Best Fantasy or Magical Anime of the Year, Attack on Titan Season 3 Part 2 or Rising of the Shield Hero.
Shield Hero.
Shield Hero.
Shield Hero.
There's only one nominee for mech anime, which is Days of
Bloody
Life.
Gundam the Origin.
Sci-fi.
It should be up there.
It should be, it's not.
It's
And it's
very big.
annoying as hell.
Yes.
I'm just as annoyed as you. Music Anime of the Year, Bang Dreams second season, Carol and Tuesday, Kono Otome The Sound of Life, and Forest of Piano's second season.
I have not seen any of these, so I'm just going to go Carol on Tuesday.
Yeah, I've not seen any of
I've
that.
only seen Kono Tamare.
I'm going to say for now, be fair to Kono Tatami because I've not seen Carol on Tuesday, but I'm fairly convinced Carol on Tuesday is going to be my pick.
Probably.
I've got so much faith in Shinichiro Watanabe, I don't believe he's going to make something bad. Mystery or Psychological Anime of the Year, we've got Bungo Stray Dogs Season 3 and Promised Neverland.
Promised Neverland.
Promised Neverland.
Yeah.
None of us watch Bungo. I'm getting around to it at some point. Romance Anime of the Year, Ao-chan Can't Study, Fruits Basket, Kaguya-sama Love is War, Samurai Girl, Quintessential Quintuplets, and We Never Learned.
Fruits Basket.
Fruits Basket.
Yeah, Fruits Basket.
Kaguya-sama.
Interesting. Kaguya-sama's second place for me on that.
Yeah.
Slice of Life, Ao-chan Can't Study, Hitorobochi, My Roommate is a Cat, Samurai Girl, and Helpful Fox, Senko-san.
Oh, Senko-san was good.
I'm going to go with Hitorobochi.
Yeah, Hitoribochi.
Yeah, I'll go Hitorobochi.
Yeah, why is Kaguya-sama not in
I'm
there?
gonna go for-
Technically, it's a slice
I'm
of
going to
life.
go for My Roommate is a Cat.
Oh.
I wouldn't say it's slice of life. I'd say it's romance.
But I'd say,
Some
I haven't
romance
seen,
comedy.
if I haven't
Yeah.
seen Samurai Girl, I might... Sports Anime of the Year, only nominee is Mixed so far. Hopefully we'll
Wait,
get...
what? What? No, it was a holdover, wasn't it?
Yeah, it doesn't count.
Ah, okay. You know what I'm on about. What was the name of it?
Run with the
Run
Wind.
with
Run
the
with the Wind. Fuck.
Supernatural...
Blowing, take
Let
me
me
out.
out.
Blow.
Everyone's already made fun of it. And the final category is Supernatural Anime of the Year, Bungo Stray Dogs Season 3, Demon Slayer, Dororo, Mob Psycho 100
Mob.
Season
Mob. Yeah.
2. Mob or Demon Slayer, I can't make up my mind.
I say Demon Slayer.
Mob.
I'm going Mob.
The awards are actually quite interesting. I think there's some good nominees this year.
Yeah.
A lot of bad ones, though.
Yeah, there's a lot missing.
Yeah,
Yeah, like Gundam the Origin.
Too much boogie pop, too much we never learned.
Too much Kono Osutamare, no offence.
What about Senryu Girls? The one that surprised me how well it's done.
Yeah.
Remember, these are voted on weeks and weeks in advance. Carol and Tuesday, I'm also very surprised it got as many nominations as it did.
Especially as people can't watch it.
Fuck you, Netflix.
Yeah.
Well, good news is we're getting it soon.
And luckily, most of the people who vote probably just go through like Anime Freak or whatever they.
Yeah.
Whatever
Still
they
saying
do.
fuck you, Netflix.
Kiss Anime or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, I say we'll do it again after the summer ones get announced, probably in October now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what do you guys? Other than that, the other one that surprised me a lot, the one that didn't surprise me was Attack on Titan season 3. Is the judge is part 2 is dominating these awards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I suspect. Here's the thing. I'm going to make a bold prediction though. My Hero Academia won't get that many nominations this year. I think people are going to do the popular bug with it. You know, it's like it's popular now, so I don't really like it as much.
No,
Remember, it didn't get that many nominations last year, and last year was arguably its best season.
I know, but if it lives up to the hype, then it deserves it. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, that's from our perspective. Like, because I was hesitant to vote. Was it season 2 or 3 that we said was best of?
Season 3, we put it in for best spring.
Yeah, I think it deserved that. It absolutely
Yeah.
deserved that, and we shouldn't shy away from that if that's the case.
I mean, we're a bit apprehensive. We've said with season, we're not sure. We might count season 4 out because we already put season 3. We've already gone on a ton about My Hero Academia.
No, I wouldn't count.
Yeah, at the same time, though, if it deserves the best, I think we should give it.
Yeah, that's my attitude
Yeah.
of it. If it deserves best, I'm definitely going to
And
nominate
by
it.
the way, you guys, like, because if it's a case of just because we're having sequels and it's difficult to catch up as things not being represented on the board, because JoJo's fucking deserves at
But
least some
it came
mention.
out last year. It's got
No,
loads of
I
nominations.
know, but at least deserves some form of mention. You guys have to fucking you have to get up to date for part 6. That's your
40 years of Gundam, Ren.
I'll do it, but you guys have to. You have to do.
Here's
You
the
have
thing.
to do Gundam.
I will.
20 years of Yu-Gi-Oh as well.
Yeah, but that's not. I can watch the newest season without needing
Okay,
context.
we're,
You should still watch it first.
I'll watch
we're
it.
done for the week.
For the
Yes.
month, you
For
mean?
the month.
We're not coming back next week.
No.
No. We are done for the month.
Yes.
We've it's been a much closer. I think this has been one of our most analytical ever.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was, like, again, this is probably the toughest video we've had to make.
Very
But but next month we're doing another showdown again.
Mm-hmm.
So I expect the Yu-Gi-Oh Funko Pops back.
We're gonna have we're going back to the past this time. We're gonna decide once and for all which one is better. We're gonna decide for our headcanon which one is better, Akira or Ghost in the Shell, the two films that most influenced The Matrix.
Yeah, well, we all know it's going to be the live-action Ghost in the Shell.
We are not.
And as well as the live-action Akira, which doesn't exist because of the show wins.
Yeah.
Can I just say it's really annoying that Taika Waititi's production has now halted because I really thought he would have made a really great
Was he
Akira.
meant to do Akira?
He was
Yeah.
meant to do Akira. They've now basically he's now. So I
Well,
put
because
to
he's doing Thor, isn't he?
Yep, 4-4.
Once that's finished, I'm sure he'll get back to it though.
but the production company have just said no, we don't want to do it because we don't want an all Asian cast. We
Don't have
want-
to have it all Asian.
That was his plan though.
Yeah.
His plan was to do an entirely Asian cast
Yeah.
for it.
He wants to get as authentic as possible.
For God's sake.
And they said, no, that's not going to work. We
Yeah.
need a named actor to
Yeah.
sell it.
Yeah, especially considering like it's a Western production. You're allowed to have more than just Asian people in.
Exactly.
I think they should have gotten a Western actor just for the Colonel,
Yeah.
and then after
Yeah,
that,
yeah, played by Scarlett Johansson.
I was going to say Brian Blessed because he's just great at everything.
Oh, yeah.
It's no longer Brian Blessed.
Yes, I'm gonna have to watch Akira for this.
I'll get it's at mum. It's somewhere in the shelves at my mum's house.
I've also got it on Blu-ray if you need it.
Okay.
I've just got the normal DVD version
can
because
I-
I'm too poor to get the Blu-ray.
Tell me you guys have got the one that's the second dub and that's done John Young Bosch and Joshua Sepp as Tetsuo and
I think so, because at the time, which was like 5 years ago, I had the latest printing of the Blu-ray.
I have.
yes,
So I
that's
think-
good. Yes,
yeah.
you've got that.
I
one.
have no idea. All I know is that I have one with 2 discs, which has like a HD sort of one and one that's priced up a bit and the
most
original.
of them now are the new, like the old dub is terrible.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Oh god, it's like something. You had no choice but to defend yourself.
So is it
you have to
basic?
stretch the voice out.
Is
Oh, yeah.
is it like Dynasty Warriors level?
Yeah, in fact,
Like, you can taste. You will taste the power of my magic.
imagine a whole anime like that, and you got that one.
Yeah.
You know what? I want to watch it just to laugh at it.
Yeah.
Just to laugh at
Also,
the
they make the little blue kid sound like Marlon Brando.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like, you gotta come on.
that's the question. How bad is it from a level of
It makes
from
it,
a level of Xenoblade Chronicles to Dynasty Warriors 3?
it's somewhere in between those, I think. Although I'd say at least Xenoblade Chronicles Dynasty Warriors 3 don't distract you.
I'm gonna have
Yeah.
to find clips of that.
Yeah.
Man, I want to see that.
Yeah, like you should see clips of Xenoblade Chronicles 2 stub.
Yes.
That is bloody awful.
Oh, yeah.
Take this.
Okay, we'll see you next time, guys.
We'll
Thanks
see
for
you.
joining
Bye.
us.
We'll see you next time.
Thanks for joining
We'll be happier next time.
Good Pete, thank you, good Pete.